Oh, this should be a fantastic stream. Oh, Lord. Hey, stop. Hey, hold on. Hey. Hey, stop. Hey, hold on. Hey. Hey, stop. Hey, hold on. Hey.
Strike, baby. You sold your star. You sold your star. So look a lot of
Inshallah, I will be there. Inshallah, I will be there. I will be there. Inshallah, I will be there. Inshallah, I will be there.
Oh, this should be a fantastic stream. Oh, Lord. Oh, this should be a fantastic stream.
Peter, I don't want to see what I have seen today. Peter, I don't want to see what I have seen today. Peter, I don't want to see.
Yep. Welcome to the present. Let's make sure the audio is great. Yeah, sounds great from this side. How are we doing today? I hope you had a fantastic weekend, and I hope you enjoyed your Monday. Woo! We're sitting on top of the English Premiership. I'm enjoying it, regardless of the small talk, regardless of some nonsensical talk by some pundits, the opposition. We are sitting on top after 13 games. For the first time this season, Arsenal is I would say comfortably, but we're on top of the league for the first time. I'm loving it. I am loving it. Whew, where do we start from? I think we should take a look on. Let's take a look on. Let's take a look on the table. Let's do that. Let's start from there. Let's start from looking at the table. Mhm. That is it. My guy Kai Havertz scoring that beautiful goal, regardless of. I will show you some clips of certain people trying to demean and deride his contribution, trying to police Arsenal and Arteta celebration, which I find very, very funny. Because when I saw the semi-lap of honor that Bissouma and the likes, some of the Tottenham Hotspur players did after winning their third game, nobody was actually trying to curb or trying to restrict Tottenham celebration. Now, win in a late dramatic fashion against a tough defending Brentford, and we celebrate in my what I call in moderation. Some people are feeling offended. Like Arsenal can't get anything right in terms of how people scrutinize us. The media are always again. It's like they wanted Arsenal to be a permanent banter club, and they are offended that we actually snapped out of it. It looks like that they are offended that finally Arsenal has snapped out of being a banter club, and they cannot enjoy poking holes and laughing at us. The table is right there for you. 13 games, 17 goal difference, on tie with Liverpool, 30 points. Second, Man City, 13 games too, 20 goal difference, just 3 ahead of us with 29 points. Liverpool, 13 games, 17 goal difference with 28 points. So this narrative of Liverpool having a sharper and a better attack is not data driven. It's not logic driven. It's just prejudice driven. Because I've been hearing this narrative of Liverpool have a better attack than Arsenal, so they expect Liverpool to give Man City a run for the money for the title chase. Now, if I remember correctly, last season, correct me if I'm wrong. If I remember correctly, Arsenal scored 88 goals, second highest goal scorer in the league in total. Man City scored, I think, 4 to 5 more goals ahead of us. Right? This summer for this season, Liverpool did not add any attacking player to their team, right? Right. But we added Kai Havertz, regardless of what you think of Kai Havertz, right? He has scored 1 penalty goal and 1 open play goal. We still have Martinelli still developing. He will score goals regardless of how we started this season, regardless of the injuries. We have Saka, who's always improving every season. He will still score more goals, whether you like it or not. We still have Jesus. Unfortunately, 3 of these players, right? Martinelli, Saka, and Jesus, even though we've played 13 games, they are yet to play 4 to 5 games together. Compared to last season, we had them playing over 15 games together, right? Compared to this season, they are yet, after playing 13 games, Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus are yet to play 5 games starting together. So this narrative that Arsenal are struggling to score goals, where is it coming from? Look, the table is right there. Look at the goal difference. The table is right there. Where is it coming from that Liverpool will score more goals than us? Based on what? Based on what metric? Based on what yesterday? So it's based on how they feel, based on the prejudice they have towards Arsenal. They think somehow that will actually alter reality. The reality is that no, Arsenal still pose a better attack and I will argue a better defense than Liverpool. So this narrative that Arsenal needs to go into the market and get a striker, but Liverpool don't need to go into the market and get a striker, is not making sense. Someone explained to me that there's a push in the media and there's a push by subsection of Arsenal fans, right? That if Arsenal want to do something tangible, I've seen Darren Bent on Talk So push this narrative. I've seen other pundits, right? Gary Neville, I've even seen the owner of Arsenal Fan TV, Robbie Lau. I've seen all these guys are pushing a narrative, right? That Arsenal need to get a striker, right? In January, if they want to actually be serious with their title push and charge. But at the same time, that same narrative is not extended to Liverpool, but Liverpool and Arsenal are supposed to be considered title contenders. But Arsenal has scored more goals than Liverpool needs a striker. Liverpool has scored fewer goals than Arsenal does in the striker. Make it make sense. If you can explain that to me logically, maybe that will change my mind. Maybe that will change my mind. If you take away Salah from Liverpool's attack, you've taken away 70 to 75% of their goals. Just one player. Arsenal fans are always shouting, Jesus is not lethal enough. We need a more lethal, proficient, prolific scorer. I passively agree with that. Jesus is not lethal enough, but Jesus actually facilitates for the other supporting cast to score more goals, and they are doing that. Now, does Salah facilitate for other people the way Jesus does? No. Does he score more goals than Jesus? Yes. So, if Liverpool did not score more goals than Arsenal last season, even after 13 games, Liverpool has not scored more goals than Arsenal. So, where is this cry for Arsenal to go get a Tony or Osimhen? But there's no cry for Liverpool to go get a Tony or Osimhen. Make it make sense to me. If you can explain that logically to me, maybe we can have a conversation, because this is not making any sense. Arsenal fans and subsections have been pushing that, Arsenal not playing aesthetically pleasing this season. I agree with that. We have not been as gung-ho as last season. We've not been ferocious with our attack as last season. But guess what we've been doing more this season? We've been limiting the opportunities given to the opposition to attack us. Why is somebody talking about that? Have Man City be playing aesthetically pleasing football? No. But why is this strange focus on Arsenal to play aesthetically pleasing football, which some of you argue does not give us trophies? Now, Arteta have altered it a little bit so we can get closer to get winning trophies. You guys are still mad. What do you guys want? No, what do you want? I'm not saying you cannot have both, but the league is very tough. The league is very competitive. You cannot go gung-ho and not expect to concede. Arsenal, look at the way we've been playing this season. Most of our games, we are limiting the chances given or offered to the opposition. Why? If you limit them us playing the match in their half or at most in their midfield, we are not going to be susceptible to counter attacks. We are not going to be susceptible for the concession of corners and free kicks. Now, if you concede free kicks and corners because you're going gung-ho, there is no perfect way of defending a corner kick or free kick. I don't care if you hire all the best set piece coaches. There is no perfect way. Now, can you mitigate or negate the concession by better organization? No matter how perfect your organization is, right? There's always a chink in the armor when it comes to set pieces. I don't care. You will still concede. So to limit that, what do? We make sure we do not allow the opposition play in our half. And that's not been doing a fantastic job. Now, I would not disagree that we've been a little bit more lethargic in keeping the ball. Okay. What do I mean by being lethargic, right? We are not moving the ball as fast as we did last season. There's a reason why. We are trying to conserve energy. We went energy eccentric last season and we burnt out before February last season. You do not want to repeat the mistakes of the previous season. You want to learn, take the lessons, and do better. You don't want to repeat the mistakes of what you've done previously that didn't work. So I do not understand this narrative of Arsenal not playing like last season. There's a reason for that. It's a manager. He has shown you he can play back and forth, gung-ho football, and he has decided to tweak it this season. Why don't you respect that? I understand if Liverpool fans or the opposition fans are actually bantering us. I get it. But if you're an Arsenal fan with some sense, you should understand why Arteta had decided to go for this model. You might not like it because it doesn't suit your narrative or your ego to go into other platforms and go argue. I get it. But we need to win trophies. We spend so much money. The league is not easy. See, most clubs in English Premiership, right, have some quality in their ranks. See, the way we analyze football sometimes is very funny. We are actually refusing to give some kudos to the opposition team. Like when we analyze football, you are thinking Arsenal should just go in there, just blitz the other team like their props or their or mannequins. No, they have some quality in their ranks. They are going to offer some resistance. So let's be sensible when we analyze games. Football is not as easy as some of you make it seem. So Arsenal for me has not been horrible. I think we have been better in a different way. Now we have not been better the way you want us to be playing the way we played last season. You are forgetting that last season most of the teams were not expecting us to play like that. Nobody gave us a chance to even compete for the league. The most people give us a chance was to actually get into the top four. They were not expecting the performances we put up last season. Now teams know what they're expecting. Guess what? They are offering more resistance. Now, when they're offering more resistance, you need to just understand you cannot go gung-ho. All the teams have some form of quality. They will strike you. Man City have not been exceptional. Nobody's complaining. Liverpool has not been exceptional. When did Man City keep their last clean sheet? When did Man City keep their last clean sheet? So I do not subscribe to this nonsense of Arsenal has regressed, Arsenal is not playing well, Arsenal are not playing better. I do not subscribe to that. Arsenal are playing better in a different way. You might not like it. I agree to if you don't like it, but I'm not going to agree to the commentaries of Arsenal are not playing better. They are playing better, just in a different way. So let's run through some of the results of of the weekend, week 13. Before we go to that, let's watch this clip I found very interesting. Courtesy ESPN. I'm going to be exerting my fair use privileges, but the mainstream media, for me, they are reaching. I get it. The views have dropped. A lot of people are not enjoying the mainstream anymore. People prefer to watch private and independent content creators. And now the mainstream beginning to go for a reach. They are beginning to go for certain riches. And I do not believe Steve Nicol and Craig Bailey actually believe what they're going to say in this clip. I don't subscribe to them. I'm not foolish. They are not as dumb as you might call them dinosaurs, but I think this is scripted. This is deliberate. See, they have enjoyed Arsenal being a banter club for a long while, and they do not want to let it go because it's profitable to talk about Arsenal in a derogatory way. That's just a fact. I just think most of this mainstream media enjoy deriding Arsenal. They enjoy saying things that are not true about Arsenal, and they believe their audience will swallow it hook, like on sinker. Now, let's watch this clip, courtesy of ESPN. Fair use, and I'll come back and I will lay my commentary. No, as I play it, I will lay my commentaries as I watch it. Let's enjoy this clip.
To be honest, Ollie, he hasn't done anything other than throwing the dice and throwing Kai Havertz on.
He's a tactical genius.
He's a tactical genius, yeah. Self-preservation.
You see the sarcasm. So Arsenal throws in, Arteta brings in Kai Havertz when the game was, it was looking like we might get a draw. And you can see Steve Nicol here trying to be sarcastic that, that was not a tactical genius. Now, whether you agree or disagree, if it was Pep that did the same thing, do you think they'll be saying this? See, there is this low-level contempt for Arsenal and Arteta that the mainstream enjoys, and they do it with no remorse. They've been doing it, and the fact that they see that Arsenal fans don't repel or push back, they continue to reach into this bag all the time, and they continue to do it. So Arteta bringing on Kai Havertz, whether you agree whether it's a tactical genius or not, why are you mocking it? Why are you being cynical about it? Because you will not do the same thing to Pep. He will not say the same thing about Klopp, but he will actually reach to the bag of sarcasm and mockery and mock Arteta for bringing in Kai who scores the goal. The same Kai, this ESPN panel have been deriding and be casting aspersions upon that he's not good enough, is a waste of £65 million. He comes in and delivers, yet you're going to find a way to deride it. Interesting.
through the dice and Havertz gets a goal.
So you said,
that's all it is.
You said, was that over the top? Arteta's over the top.
Aye,
He's over the top in the touchline, better than he was. He's over the...
Arteta is all over the top or the touchline. He's always like, if you have a brain, you can tell that this is just an agenda to deride Arteta and Arsenal all the time. Now, we saw clearly before the international break, right? Brighton's manager, Eusebio, openly said he does not like 80% of the English referees. Where was the energy from this panel against Eusebio? Where was the energy against Eusebio for altering that statement? No. Arteta didn't go that far. If Arteta said that, Arteta would have been apprehended and deported from England. So Eusebio can go that low, but Arteta celebrating and making changes is going to get mocked. Interesting.
The top in his press conference.
But is that okay then? Is it that just being him? Is that just
and listen, if he stays within the laws of the game, and I think he crossed that line with his criticism of the referees, officials at Newcastle.
No, he's still repeating himself that as Arteta crossed the line with his criticism of the referees. Why are we not talking about Eusebio crossing the line? I will not talk about the aggression that was shown by Poch after the 4-4 draw against Man City. We saw it. We saw the footage. Pochettino had to be held back by his assistant. And he even apologized during his post-match press conference. But nobody's talking about that. But let's go back a few weeks and talk about what Arteta said regarding an embarrassing officiating performance by the referees. So this is where we are, that the mainstream, ESPN is going to fund an open assault and agenda against Arsenal and Arteta, and there's nothing we can do about it. Interesting. Let's listen.
The was understood, but I think he certainly pushed the boundaries there too far, almost like, and then the club
you heard that,
followed
right?
it up with the.
So Arteta pushed the boundaries too far. So what did Eusebio do? I know some of you are tired of me bringing it, but it doesn't make no logical sense. Eusebio did worse, didn't get no charge. He got a warning. You cannot tell me this is not prejudice against Arteta and Arsenal. The evidence is right here. These guys just enjoy this low-level contempt against against Arteta and Arsenal. There's no other way to put this lightly.
Ridiculous statement. He's running on, pointing at him. We're pointing at him saying, I've spent 70 million on him and I don't know what his best position is. Right? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I understand.
You can see how they are laughing at being cynical. When did Arteta tell any of them that he doesn't know Kai's best position? See, this is just unprofessional. This is disgusting. From former players, you expect them to be more civil in their utterances. These are former players acting a fool on ESPN. The fact that ESPN doesn't make it true, because you're on ESPN doesn't make them more knowledgeable. They have a platform to exhibit their stupidity. They just have a bigger platform, bigger funding to be more, for their stupidity to get a wider reach. Look, you can see the grain on Steve Nichol's face. Like open assault on Arteta and Arsenal, because it's commercially viable to do that. He brings in the eyeballs, he brings in the view. The ratings of ESPN are not as much as they used to be. Now they need to compete with independent content creators, so they are going all the stretch. This, even though it is disheartening and distasteful, it looks scripted, and I think they are doing this because it will bring controversy. It will spark the controversy in the media, right? And to bring more eyeballs and more commentary on their page. Now, I am not foolish to think this is their honest opinion on Arteta and Arsenal. This is not the honest opinion. This is very well scripted and well rehearsed and well hashed out to trigger a lot of people, and I'm reacting to this because we need to point it out. This is low. Serious, this is very low, and this is tasteless and distasteful. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
But here is Arsenal are top of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Without playing their best.
He wants to patronize us. After taking a dig at Arsenal and Arteta for almost 5 minutes, almost a minute, right? Now he wants to use a few seconds to patronize us.
Without being as free flowing as they were last year, without selling Xhaka, with Partey out injured, with the Harvey.
Bullshit. BS. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I'm not surprised at this low level behavior from this lot. We've seen it before, but we keep it moving. We keep it moving. We are still on top of the league, regardless of their prejudice and agenda. That doesn't change reality. You cannot alter reality, unfortunately. So let's look at some of the other results. The weekend. Yes, Tottenham lost to Aston Villa at home. The wheels have begun to come off. Postecoglou, who has been unrepentant, who has been keen on playing his high line, regardless of not having the players to do that. They have a few injuries and suspensions, but he persists that he is going to remain truthfully and religiously to his philosophy. Now, I'm not saying you should not be steadfast in your philosophy, but there'll be times you need to adjust a little bit because of you accommodating players who might not have the quality of the players that can actually deploy your philosophy. But it is what it is. He wants to be stubborn. Let's see how much more he can remain resolute and faithful and stubborn to this philosophy, even though he doesn't have the tools to carry them out and get the desired result. Third loss on a bounce, 3 consecutive losses, and they play Man City next. Do you think he will change his mind? Do you think it's sustainable? I don't think it's sustainable. Let's see how much he can continue with this thought process. So let's go to some other results. We saw Manchester United actually beating Everton 3-0. Now, so Man U have actually won 5. These pictures are courtesy the Premier League website and their Twitter account. They've actually won 5 out of their last 6. Things are not as horrible as it's being painted, like I said, in the mainstream media about Manchester United. Yes, they are not playing fantastic. Yes, they've beaten teams that they're supposed to beat. But guess what? It's not as horrible as a lot of people are making it. Aside from the Man City loss in the Premier League, come on, they've won their last 5 out of 6. So it's not as horrible as a lot of people are painting it to be. I think I can get one more other slide. Give me a minute. Let me see. I get out the right slide. So Newcastle actually put Chelsea to the sword at the weekend. I was expecting even though I was sure Newcastle was going to win at St. James's Park, but not by this margin. This is a thrashing. Consider that Newcastle had a few of their first teamers out, and they were able to emphatically dominate and beat Chelsea this bad 4-1. It's appalling. £1 million spent, and Chelsea are struggling this much. This is very appalling. So I think we have to talk about Enzo. Enzo has not looked like a £100 million player. He has been banned average. Like I was telling you the other day, what's the difference between Enzo and Elneny? People are talking about his face passing. Can we stop those nonsense? What do you mean that face passing? He has no assist. He's not good in tackling. I would like to ask a Chelsea fan. Maybe I can get one. We can talk about what does Enzo contribute to the Chelsea team? What tangibles? For me, he doesn't contribute anything tangible to the Chelsea team. Nothing. He's just passing like a regular player. So you bought in a regular player. Like I said, tell me, make an argument that Enzo is better than Elneny. Just the simple passes, the movement. That's what he's doing. Basic things that a footballer should be able to do. Chelsea players or Chelsea fans rather are praising Enzo for doing the basics. I saw on the show this morning saying he's good at face passing. What is face passing? So you brought in a player for that kind of money on huge wages to just do face passing. These are the standards at Chelsea. Have they fallen this far? That we're going to praise a player for able to do a face passing, not assist, not scoring goals, not pushing Chelsea up the table, but for face passing. Interesting. So let's look at the table real quick. Let's look. Oh Lord, Reece James. I remember I did a video a while ago. I had a Chelsea fan come to my comment section accusing me of prejudice, accusing me of not knowing my football. Reece James is not a world-class right back. I've been saying it and I remain resolute on it. He is not. World-class means unanimously around the world, people will agree that he's the best or amongst the best. Not just some people in England, some delusional Chelsea fans. Like, I don't understand. The word world-class meaning around the world, we all unanimously agree that this guy is top quality. Not Chelsea fans, not some English fans, not some English pundits. Like, you people actually overrate yourselves in England. You think football revolves around you in England alone. This guy can barely play 3 games. Either being fit, he struggled with the fitness. When he's fit, he's getting suspended. Make it make sense that him is world class. He doesn't even have availability because same narrative or same logic is being pushed. What about Partey being world class? They are quick to remind us that Partey can't stay fit, and I accept it. So I don't push the narrative of Partey being world class. Now it's Reece James who can barely stay fit, or when he's fit, getting suspended, is world class. Will you shut your lying ass mouth? Shut your lying ass mouth. Your logic don't even make sense to yourself. This guy is never sorry. he's a good player. I'm not going to deride him. He's a good player at best, not world class. Same thing for Trent. Like, how can you be world class, but your best attribute as a fullback is up the pitch? You are a fullback first, meaning defending should be your primary objective before any other addition. Let me say I'm a good surgeon, but surgery is not my strength, but general medical practice is my strength. Come on, you cannot be a good surgeon and say surgery is not your strength. Like, some of your arguments are just silly. This guy is not world class. Is he a decent defender? Yes. He's not world class. Don't let the English media and the delusional fans put this nonsense into you. He is not. He's a good player at best. Oh Lord. So the match against the supposedly marquee match at the weekend between Man City and Liverpool ended in a stalemate, 1-1 draw. Haaland scoring, then Trent actually equalizing. Trent got a bit cooked, but he savaged himself by scoring that goal, that equalizer. So the cooking was a bit reduced. But let's not call this guy world class. He's not world class too. Is he a good player? Yes, but he's not world class. Like I said before regarding Reece James, world class also mean people in England voting him. No, people around the world. Around the world. So he is not the best. He's not even top 5 in that position, because defending is your primary duty. Now, all this he can pass, he can cross, is secondary. Like, let's not do that. Let's not go by, because by that logic we'll say Jesus is world class, because some of you tell us Jesus is not lethal enough, meaning he should be scoring more goals than number 9. But by that argument, we should be saying Jesus is world class because he's a good facilitator. You can see how it doesn't make sense too. So we use your logic against you, and you don't sound bright. You don't. How can Trent be a world-class fullback, but he struggles to defend one-on-one? Get there. Let me watch my language on this line. Let's not do that. Let's not do that, for crying out loud. Let's not do that. Let me try and get a table real quick as we round up. Oh, I like that. So Arsenal play on Wednesday. So we are still top of our group. We've played 4, we've won 3, we've drawn 0 and lost 1, 9 points. So we are 4 points ahead of second position. If we win on Wednesday against Lens, that means we're going to top the group as group winners, and we are going to still be on top. So it's looking great. This narrative of Arsenal not being better than last season is a fallacy. Now, we might not be playing as pleasing to the eyes as last season, but guess what? We are efficient. Top of the league after 13 games. I'm not saying we've won the league already. And in the Champions League group, we are still top. So why are we still making this noise? why we're still crying about Arsenal not looking good is a fallacy. That is very, very untrue. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section regarding all the topics I've touched this evening. Do not forget to strike a like on the video. If you are watching it on the playback, make sure you strike a like on the video. Very, very important. Subscribe. You're here to subscribe. And lastly, do not forget to turn on your notification bell. I'll be back here tomorrow for the Champions League preview to the match against Lens. Don't forget, make sure you turn your notification bell so you do not miss my preview. So, guys, see you on the next one. See you tomorrow. And I'll be saying bye for now. Au revoir.